Diablo! 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 Diablo!
Hello and welcome back to PatrolClip. Once again, we present a different version of watching cinema from the hidden messages that many of these films contain.
I like it.
We already touched on one of our videos about the hidden messages of one of the most controversial films of the 90s, because that is what we do at PatrolClip. We represent those moments in film and television that are to be discovered or that are of importance to the fans. So, do you remember The Rite, an exorcism movie starring Sir Anthony Hopkins and Colin O'Donoghue, based on Matt Baglio's book, The Rite Making of a Modern Exorcist, which itself is based on supposedly real events? Well, this film may not be a classic of the cinema, but the truth that it represents a quite hidden theme of the Catholic Church, and also of the human being about the belief that there is evil and demons, that's quite something. But of course, before we continue with our great discovery about The Rite, please subscribe, give us a like, and ring that notification bell for all things PatrolClip in the future. And also, please keep in mind, there may be spoilers, in case you haven't seen the movie. If you have, well, here we go. The opening. Do you think that all movies have some sort of hidden message or hidden messages? I mean, it is possible, but some are very specific, like the very controversial ones. The truth is that The Rite has some hidden messages that reveal from the beginning what the film is about and how it shows us the true nature of the film. I do recommend that you stay until the end because you will be stunned by the messages that we show you. From the beginning, incredibly, they begin to give us messages such as this ad, just a few minutes from the start, which has the word Haas, like the name of a tavern. Haas, in German, is a very common last name, but from the Haas to Hass, changing an A for an S, this in German means hatred, which is a key message of the film where hatred is clearly evident in the film. Michael's life from childhood. The first spoiler is that since he was a child, he hated God, and it's evident. Well, you better watch the movie. The theater. Shortly after the Haas's clip, we can visualize a theater. It's got a name, Redemption Theater. Now, we all know that redemption means the action of saving or being saved from sin, error, or evil. Of course, to be saved by God in this case. Now, it's evident that it is the plot of the whole film, and although in real life this theater is called Lyric Theater in Illinois, the message is clear in the search to be saved from the sin that had dragged Michael since he was a child. The van. As we always know, there are product placements in movies, since the big companies are on the lookout for blockbuster movies. But very rarely, these placements are not real, and they're simply giving us a message of what might be coming ahead. In the scene where Father Matthew, played by Toby Jones, is in the middle of a storm, he tries to cross the street to catch up with Michael. He trips, and a young woman who is riding her bicycle loses control to avoid crashing into Father Matthew, and she's struck by a van.
Michael, wait! Oh.
Now, the name or brand of this van is evident in this scene, but this business doesn't exist in real life. Why not have it left blank? Now, if you look hard enough, you'll see the name Olson Mitchell, and within the word Mitchell, you'll see the word hell in there. Now, this also is a name that comes from Michael, which also means is like God in Hebrew. Now, that brings another question. Does this mean that Michael is about to start his journey through hell? The Crow. The appearance of animals, even in modern days, has a mythical meaning, in some people's minds at least. Sometimes they appear without any reason, but otherwise animals are considered as messengers of some sort of omen when they appear. Now, this is especially true for birds, and in the case of Michael in The Rite, there is a clip in which he's about to be recommended by Matthew for his exorcism course to be taken in Rome, and sitting in the park, a crow rings in the distance, and Michael turns his head with some intrigue to listen to it. Now, crows are mythological symbols of messages that can be taken into a disastrous way of prophecy or in other cases of the divine. Well, it seems the message is clear of what lies ahead for Michael. Yeah, you might want to watch out, buddy.
The inverted cross.
Just after the first exorcism session where Michael participates with Father Lucas, Michael isn't completely convinced. But leaving the house to retire after his first day as an apprentice, a cross can clearly be seen, but it's upside down.
Complicated when no proof of the devil is somehow proof of the devil.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious right there at the entrance of the house, as if it had been recently marked with chalk or something similar. It's apparent that the devil is already giving signs of his presence in this place. Now, whether you believe that or not, that's up to you. It's rare, but it is a tremendous message.
Yeah.
Redemption.
It seems that redemption is probably going to be the key to this film, since from the beginning we were able to capture this message. But again, it appears during one of Father Xavier's classes. Apparently, this message may also be one for the world and not just one for Michael. Good on you, Xavier. Hey viewers, make sure you don't go anywhere because these and the last message will thrill your bones. And while we've got your attention, make sure that you leave your email with your subscription today to receive a free PDF on how to become a successful social media influencer. All right, let's get back in.
Hello.
There are clear messages, but this is more than that. This message is a direct invitation to the true hell that possesses its victims. In the second intervention with the young possessed Rosera, after an encounter with Michael in the midst of his disbelief, he finds himself face to face with the entity and sends a message of hell-o, combining the word of welcome with hell.
She says to say hello.
Name of Jesus.
What an elegant way to invite somebody.
The frog.
Just as the raven can bring some bad omens, there are also other animals that reveal bad spirits. Well, this is the case of the frog. It is not really surprising how Father Lucas had a large number of frogs in the fountain of his house. Could it be that he was already possessed? He extracted the frog from the pillow of the boy attacked by the demon. Or perhaps Michael was thinking that, this was a trick for the customer. I suppose we are left with the doubt, like Michael, that the frogs were extracted from the fountain. I suppose that would be a lot of froggy breeding.
Predictions.
As Lucas said during the exorcism of Rosera, divination is a quality of the possessed.
$1 americano.
Knowledge of the unknowable. It's the quickest test for possession the devil is working in.
But during the outing to see someone possessed, the father clearly reveals that he is possessed by giving his declaration that it's going to rain.
I've got enough, huh? Doing house calls today. Take that. It's gonna rain.
Even Michael's surprised to see the clear sky. Of course, they arrived in pouring ass rain. Oh, Mikey, you are not doing your homework, man.
Inside to the family.
Apparently, Michael's father also had his secrets. It's evident when in his dreams he sees his father's hand with nails elongated like those of the Lord of Darkness, and extending them to Michael to blow on them as he used to do when his mother died. But somehow it's not strange that he has the bracelet of the young woman who had been exorcised. It seems that Michael's father already had something hidden, as the devil expressed that as God loves his father if he never did. Now, what would that be?
Hey, Daddy's calling from there.
not talking about Pink Floyd. This message, though, has been the most chilling of all of them. If we look closely at Michael's farewell to Father Lucas, he stays for a while in the courtyard of the house. But behind it, we can notice some blurry letters that can still be seen. If you squint hard enough, maybe pause the movie, go in slow motion, whatever you gotta do, you can see the phrase "disaster is he's ... Now we definitely know who it refers to. Yeah, you know who.
Scary, isn't it?
Victory!
The final victory over Baal is evident in two messages. One is the message in the shape of a cross that's formed by the sun rising behind the basilisk of San Pedro. The other is Father Lucas's motorcycle in the courtyard with the V for Victoria, which is the mark of the German-made Victoria Verka AG. Yep, that appears to be a triumphant message, all right.
Faith becomes you. Stay with it. Keep fighting the good fight with all thy might.
Cool.
Well, guys, we hope you've enjoyed these hidden messages. Perhaps you can find some yourself from watching the whole movie. And if you do, make sure you comment about them down below. We would love to see what you got. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on everything in the future from PatrolClip. Thanks for watching.
And until next time.
With all thy might.